Hi there, this is Martin Popoff, scribbler of 85 heavy metal books and host of History in 5 Songs with Martin Popoff podcast. When I need to get my Kiss fix, I listen to Shout It Out Loudcast with Tom Zeus. Listen to us both on the Pantheon Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcasts. Check them out.
Oh boy, here we go. Simmons. Put that cookie down. Kiss. Stop pressing the button. Stockbroker Simmons. Star? Paul Stanley. Is that what he does? Stop shouting. My name is Frehley. He's not what you would call a handsome man. Oh no, here come the kiss times. Is that a positive thing? Okay. Alright. I'm gonna grab me an ice cold mellow yellow. Why? Why do that to the fan? Stop it. Why? Because fuck them. That's what I'm talking about. 617-525-0850. You do? Hey, fucko. Do you like Kiss? Settle down.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus, another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 189. Kiss, Off The Soundboard, Moines, 1977. Tom, how the hell you doing?
Oh, great. Another Off The Soundboard. Finally, maybe a good one to talk about. I don't know. Donington was good. We'll see what happens with this one.
Yeah, let's see if we can finally be positive on one of these things, huh?
No, it's Shout It Out Loudcast. We're not positive.
What's up with this group?
What's up with this group? What's up with these guys? Do you even like Kiss? No.
No,
nope.
we don't like you either.
Yeah, we don't like anybody. So screw.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, thank you. Tom, people listening to this now may have caught Dorm Damage with Tom and Zeus, our premiere episode.
Bam! Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, it proof that me and you can bang out something in 20, 25 minutes.
It's doable.
It's doable. It is doable. Yes. And that's because when you cut out 90 minutes of feedback, that's probably why.
Yeah. The funny thing about feedback is the comments we get on feedback, 9 out of 10 or everyone loves it.
Yeah.
Happy to hear it. Brings back the last week. And occasionally we'll get a fucking idiot that, the fuck. I have to listen to.
No,
dude,
you don't have to listen. Yeah. Go somewhere else.
No, it's not that. Go get your own podcast.
Don't do that. Don't encourage any more podcasts.
What, you don't want to have another Kiss podcast out there?
No.
Why not?
They can fill our void when we stop doing Kiss podcasts and just stick to Dorm Damage.
Yeah. But then all the Kiss podcasts will start doing Dorm Damage type material afterwards too.
No.
Biting my tongue.
It's a little too late. You already said it. You can't bite your tongue now.
Fucking A, these fucking people. Anyways, so we're doing another Off The Soundboard album to review, our fourth. Can't wait to get into it. But as we say, before we go forward, we go backwards. And we discussed last week's episode. But in order to do that, we need to call on our friends at AB CPA Inc., Tom.
That's right.
And that's Anthony Barone to his friends known as Tony. Tony, a huge Kiss Army fan. And, is he a Rush fan?
Woohoo!
Wow. So, AB CPA Inc., this is Tony's firm, and it's an accountant firm. It's located in the suburb of Chicago that can assist you with all your accountant and tax needs. For businesses, they offer bookkeeping, financial statements, payroll processing, payroll tax returns, sales tax returns, filing federal and state income tax returns, and help with starting your own business as well. For individuals, they offer help with sole proprietorships, rental real estate, trust and estate tax returns, and filing personal, federal, and state income tax returns. They have access to all 50 states. So let's go with 2 new ones, Tom. So whether you live in Massachusetts
or
Illinois, where Tony lives, ABCPA Inc. can prepare an e-file on your behalf. Did you know, KISS Army, if you own a business with employees and had a 20% reduction of revenue than you did in 2019 due to COVID or state mandated shutdowns, you might be entitled to additional tax credits. And who doesn't like that? You know, I do. Follow them on Facebook, LinkedIn. Visit them on their website at abcpainc.com. That's abcpainc.com. Or you can email Tony at tony@abcpainc.com. That's tony@abcpainc.com. Or you can call them, and the number there is 708-430-3232. Again, 708-430-3232.
Yeah, ABCPA Inc.
Attaboy, Tony.
Yeah.
Tax season will be upon us soon enough. Make sure you're prepared, people.
Indeed.
Yeah. Exciting tax talk on Shout It Out Loudcast.
That's right. That's right.
So, Tom, last week we had Classic 78 on.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a poll. What was the poll?
We did a poll. We said, what would you want to see Classic 78 do next? Make another album, perform live, go on tour, open for KISS, or get added to the KISS cruise. Now, obviously, there's no wrong answers there. Pretty even across the board, although doing another album was the winner there with 33%. Then you had perform live at 24, added to the KISS cruise at 22, open for KISS at 21. So everybody loved these guys, loved the interview, loved the music, loved the track by track. Obviously, we had a blast. Looks like those guys certainly did too. Let's get into a couple of the episode comments here, because a couple people had some things to say that weren't familiar with the Phantoms album, knew about some of their other earlier stuff. Amber Pickering Art says, I just listened to this podcast, then popped over to YouTube to check out the band. This is exactly how KISS should have sounded if Peter and Ace stuck with the band. If I didn't know it was Classic 78, I would have thought these were the original 4 with tracks that I had missed. Perfect. It's exactly what they were looking for. Clark Side of the Moon said, I think Z called it the missing KISS album. Spot on. The 70s era mixing was a great call. Our buddy Dr. 2. Great episode. Pausing and listening to each song before it was discussed was a great suggestion. Smoke and Mirrors is my favorite, and I like Charlie's cowbell usage throughout. I also love the post-show Star Wars podcast banter. Hashtag hotter than Hoth. It's a great name. There you go. Cameron Johnson, I just smashed out this episode once again. You hit it out of the park. I've just ordered the album, Sweet 70s Sound. But again, Zeus, please see below. Then he posts a picture of some, I don't know who this woman is. He says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I am not a MILF.
I think he was trying to, correct me and say
one of your fans, that one of your people you like?
Yeah, that Jardine, whatever her name is, Ardeen.
Yep.
Jacinda Ardeen, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, is got big ass horse teeth.
Well, this woman don't look like a MILF. She looks like a she's looking a little rough. But anyways, that's what we got for Twitter. What do we got on the Book of Face today?
All right, let's go through a couple comments here. Darren Hunt. Yet another great episode. I've listened to Classic 78 before, but had no idea Charlie was involved. Hoping for a vinyl release. The Basement East is easily my favorite small venue in Nashville. I've seen a ton of shows there. The Tip, my favorite now gone local band, Tora, LA Guns, Beasto Blanco, Tuck Smith, and the Restless Hearts, Rick Nielsen, Red Dragon Cartel, Naked Gypsy Queens, etc., etc. I'm currently waiting news that I want the signed Marcus King Young Blood LP that Grimy Record Store is giving away.
Nice. Yeah, and he's referring to our buddy who emailed us from Nashville who owns Grimy's Records. So that's I knew somebody would chime in with that because I know we have people that live in that area. So thank you, Darren.
Kevin Jepson. Excellent interview, guys. I find myself always singing Show Me Your Love. This is my favorite song on the CD. So catchy. I've been listening to this more than Kiss. Lee Graham. From replicating Peter's snare sound and percussive style to the subtle nuances that made 70s Kiss distinctive, Classic 78 has nailed it. As someone who discovered the band in 75, I truly enjoyed this interview and Uncle Gene's breakfast leadership. Great job, guys.
Nice.
Mark Flores music. Dudes, love how you guys keep throwing in the hidden bonus track at the end of each episode. Ryan Michael Scott, Spencer Cronin Dold, Spencer Cook, fucking, I don't know. One of the many reasons I love Shout Out Loudcast is discovering new things from your topics, whether it be points of view from people in the Kiss camp like Carrie Stevens, Adam Mitchell, older media like Kiss Vision, several authors' books, and of course, new music. Classic 78 is like newly discovered Kiss album. It is amazing. A must-have.
Indeed.
Being a fan of physical copies, cannot wait to get the CD, and hopefully they do a vinyl. Always looking forward to when Saturday comes around for the next topic. Thank you, T and Z.
Well, thank you. Love hearing that.
Yep. Over on our Loudcasters group, Brad Beard, great interview. The band sounds really close. Justin Steele, I heard them years ago and I just couldn't believe the sound and voices. This recent one just brings it to a new level. It's what they said. I only picture Kiss playing these songs. I felt like a kid again.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, I hope Tom and the gang listen to these comments and get a chance to appreciate some of you guys and maybe play for you guys someday live. You never know. Tom, over on YouTube. I don't know what the fuck that was, but there it is. YouTube. Mr. Antonio 2005. These songs are as catchy as hell. Would love to hear them do an entire Kiss covers album in a future release. Tales of a Kiss Geek.
All right.
Hey, guys. Tales of a Kiss Geek here. Tom, what a guy. Zeus, just the best. Classic 78. Wow. Flapjacks, gotta love them. His cakes, yum. Fusion Tech, perfect. Sam Loomis, what a gentleman. Oh, hey, Bruce, love you, brother. What's that? Paul was still paying you during the reunion tour? Thanks, Paul. Hey, fucko, don't forget about me, motherfuckers. Get that fucking camera out of my face, Thea. Okay, regular voice now, he puts in parentheses.
Nice.
Thanks for making us laugh every week. Keep it up. Looking forward to the next one on YouTube. YouTube. Now you have to play the clip. Yeah, I know. Thanks a lot. Take care. Love you, brothers.
Nice.
Love you too. Good luck to you, brother.
God bless you, brother.
And I forgot to do this one, Tom. The other day, somebody sent us a DM. I forget who sent it to us or something. And they were talking about like the last part of Save Your Love. And
oh, yeah.
We've had some good times, but now you're gone. So long.
So long.
Someone on, I'll see you later, Bruce.
So long.
See you, brother. If they had that instead. So long. See you, brother.
God bless you, Bruce. See you later.
Hey, good luck, Bruce. Yeah.
Bruce.
Stupid. So stupid. Pat Diorama. Paul and Gene don't have to write another album. They just need to hire Classic 78 to write new songs for them and have Kiss record them.
There you go.
Nice. I finally got around to listening to Virginia Beach Soundboard. I didn't think it was that bad. I really liked the set list, but Paul's vocal gymnastics and stage raps were irritating. Paul's Robert Plant orgasm at the end of Making Love was cringeworthy. I think Gene's voice sounded fucking cool with that growl and hoarseness. As far as drum solos, you can't hate on Peter from Alive, Eric Carr, and Neil Peart. Kiss remasters films. As Paul Stanley says, live in Des Moines, 77, when it comes to shooting, I'm just about shooting a load every Saturday when the new episode of Shout It Out Loudcast drops. Oh, yeah.
That's not a visual I needed from anybody. Yikes.
And over on our Instagram page, Tom, Tall the Upsman, great episode. We'll definitely have to listen. By the way, Off the Soundboard, Des Moines came out today. It did?
It did? Shit. We'll do an episode on it.
Yes. Mickey Wild Ride. Such a badass album. Northern Haze. Love Classic 78. And then Hoagie Hunter 69. Kick-ass episode, guys. Love it.
Nice.
Tom, I'm done. Over to you, brother.
All right.
Over to you, brother.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Zeus.
Thanks, Zeus. Before we get into emails here, we got a nice DM from Facebook here from Ray Cordova.
Ooh.
Hey, Tom and Zeus, just want to let you guys know that you have cheered me up over the last couple of years. During the pandemic, I started to listen to your podcast in 2020. I'm a huge KISS fan since 76, 77. I was in first grade at the time, but KISS was everywhere. My first album was Destroyer, and shortly afterwards, Rock and Roll Over. Your passion for KISS is beautiful. My first show was here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, December 79. I didn't see them until early 84 for the Lick It Up tour. I'm 52 years old, and this is still my band. Tom and Zeus, thank you. Ray Cordova, thank you. That is awesome. We love hearing stuff like that, so thank you. Appreciate that. And over to some emails here. We got one from our website that people can go on, shoutitoutloudcast.com, and comment directly there. This comes from Dick Drip, which I'm sure is his real name. Great interview. Those guys seem really cool and down to earth. I love you. Okay. Thank you, Dick Drip. Appreciate it. Our buddy Mike H. These songs are absolutely spot on. I asked my wife, who doesn't know anything about these guys, to name who the singer was, and she confidently said it was Paul, and then Gene and Ace. Personally, I was floored how the band got everything right. The vocal inflections, the licks, the drums, everything. It's like a KISS album that never was. Fantastic show once again. You guys are awesome. Never go away. Yeah, Mike H. Thank you, buddy. Rudy Doth, our buddy. Hey, T&Z, thank you so much for posting my pick from outside the Ace show in Plymouth, New Hampshire. For the record, I got to say Ace was pretty damn good. I went with low expectations for Ace, but knowing that his band is top-notch, they are. They all played and sang great, true professionals. Sorry I missed your Patreon call. Yes, we had a Patreon Zoom call last week with everybody to tell them about Dorm Damage and to shoot the shit for a few hours about all things KISS and all things whatever. But Rudy said he's sorry he was missed it because he had a gig, unfortunately. Thank you for all the work that you do. Keep up the great work, Rudy. Thank you, Rudy. Another one from our website. Our buddy Brad Baird, again, Tom and Zeus, great episode on Classic 78. I went back and listened to the album, and dang it, man, they did their homework. The little details that really make it cool. Appreciate y'all reviewing this. Have a great. And America's favorite realtor, Joey Romanek, just wrapped up listening to this new episode. And this afternoon, I took some time to listen to a few songs from Classic 78's new album. Then he says, dude, what the fuck? I mean, if I was standing in a dorm room at Stonehill College in the 90s, looking across the room and another dude in a KISS shirt, and Rock and Roll Over came on, I would think, wait, this is clearly KISS, but I've never heard this. Is this an unreleased demo or something? There's a ton of KISS tribute bands out there that sound pretty authentic, but to write all new material that sounds like KISS did 40 years ago, pretty amazing. Absolutely. Looking forward to the new show, Peace Out, Girl Scout Joey. Yes. Our buddy Cameron Johnson, yes, Classic 78. Another kick-ass episode. Thanks for bringing these guys to the masses. Although I am more of a fan of the Dynasty Unmasked era, this Classic 78 stuff has me excited. I just survived 3 killer nights in Melbourne with the hottest band in the land and ponder this question for you. Then he asks us about the set list. And we always talk about the set list. He says, who cares if they're using tracks? This is the best KISS show I have ever seen. Keep up the killer work, boys. Cameron Johnson, who, by the way, is Hoggy Hunter 69 on Instagram.
Okay.
And let's see. We got a good buddy, Wes Beach. Great episode. As a fellow musician, these podcasts are my favorites because I like to hear stories of the songwriting process and production tricks. Such an informative and entertaining show, much like the quarantine installment. After learning of the behind-the-scenes songs, crafting, and Easter eggs on the track, I'm going to have to pull it out and give it another listen. I always did like the cover, very well done and memorable. On a side note, I was told by our bass player at the time, Chris Jr. Romanelli, that Charlie auditioned for us. Wow. Okay. Says, I got my Des Moines vinyl, CD, and swag. Yay, Kiss Online. Rock on, guys. Wes. Yeah, we love Wes. We love you, Wes. And we're going to finish up feedback with an email here. So we'll finish up feedback with this email from Josh Brown. T&Z, I apologize for the lengthy email. As someone who was never a fan of podcasts, I decided to check out a KISS podcast during some downtime at work. One of the other ones, unfortunately, not Shout It Out Loudcast. They said some things on the podcast I didn't agree with, and also just didn't excite me as a fan, so I tried to find another one. And that's when I ran into Shout It Out Loudcast. Seeing that you guys had Bruce Kulick, and as a wrestling fan, seeing Y2J, I knew there had to be some legitimacy to this podcast. From the moment I heard the opening, I knew this was going to be different. Do you like Kiss? Hey, fucko. Ice cold, mellow yellow. I was floored at what I was hearing and laughing out loud at work, wondering what I had gotten myself into. Shout It Out Loudcast is something I never thought I'd hear from a KISS podcast. Raw, entertaining, but truthful about the band. You don't cut corners or BS the things that you're passionate about within the world of KISS. Brings me back to my younger years with my cousin listening to Alive 2 and 3 and watching videos about the band. It's nice to find an all-inclusive group of people that knows we can bullshit about the band, but still love them at the same time. Shout It Out Loudcast has helped me through many a rough workday at my job, going back and listening to past episodes. I can't help but bust out laughing at some of the random lines. I especially love the draft episodes. My best friend passed away last year suddenly, and we love to do fantasy drafts of things with our friends, and it hits home. I hope you guys never stop the podcast. I can't wait to hear you guys go even bigger as the years continue. Keep up the great work. SIOL, Josh Brown. Josh, first, condolences to your friend who passed away. I know how memories like that can bring up those kinds of emotions. But first, thank you. Thank you for that email. It's incredible to hear things from you or from anybody who writes things like that. And we truly, truly appreciate that. And to top it off, Josh is a recent Patreon subscriber, which is even cooler. And Josh, for all this, my friend, you are the comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I like the way you think. I'm going to be watching you.
Yeah, Josh is a great guy. Newly minted Patreon member.
That's right.
And yeah, we talked about it, Tom. We did our Patreon Zoom call.
Yep.
And we wanted to give them the heads up on Dorm Damage coming out, talk to them about it. They got the sneak peek. And I think we went 2 hours, which was more than I thought we'd go. And then we went even more.
Yep.
I think I got off around 1:30 in the morning.
Yep.
That's the Zoom call I got off on.
Nice.
Not looking at you handsome fellas. But we had a ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of everybody that was on there, but there was a bunch of you guys.
It was a
Unfortunately,
blast.
not all of you guys could have made it, and we talked about just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a ton of fun. And Josh was on there. We got to meet him as well, and a few others. It was kind of organized chaos, many people, but it went well. And we always love doing this stuff with our Patreon members. And hopefully the rest of them can join, and you too can join if you join our Patreon family, which is a great segue, Tom, to Patreon. And that's where people can come and join and contribute to the show and help us out. And with that, they get some perks. I don't know if it's a perk that they get the Zoom call for us for 4 hours, but some may like that.
Yep.
Merch that we give out, stickers, shirts, and we got another thing coming down the pipe too. We'll get into it with our Patreon members later, but sneak peeks, polls, suggestions, feedback, the ARC pick that's going out. They're making the last choices. The ARC pick is coming in strong next month. we'll be doing another ARC pick from the Patreon members. So
that's right. That is right. Yep.
So they get a lot of perks that way. In addition, we want to give a special shout out to newest Patreon members, Dustin Van Meter, a Star Child member, and our good friend Adam Stevenson, a Demon member, who just joined the Patreon family. Adam was fortunate enough to jump in on the Patreon call. Dustin, we didn't get the chance to meet with you, brother, but hopefully on the next one. Both of the guys just joined our Patreon and contributed, and we can't thank you enough. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it. Dustin and Adam. Adam, you were just on his show, Tom.
That's right.
Right? What did you guys discuss?
We were on his metal podcast with his co-host, Orion, and that's his real name, Orion. Great guy. Adam, great guy. The Metal Oasis. We talked about Avenged Sevenfold's self-titled album, what they call the White Album, and that was a blast, an album that I love. We did Hail to the King on ARC, so I was happy to be invited on their show to talk about another one. Great guys, great show. They do deep dives into all things metal. So that's awesome. Check those guys out. And of course, thank you to Adam and thank you to Dustin for being new family members here with Patreon. It's amazing. And we love you guys and we love all of our Patreon family members. You guys are the best. So thank you.
Yeah. So if you are interested in Patreon, you can find the Patreon app. You can go to patreon.com, or the best place is go to our awesome new website, and you'll see right on the landing page, Patreon. Click there. You can find out what all the 4 categories, what they're all about, what you get when you join Patreon, and ways you can contribute. All of it is appreciated. We love our Patreon members, and thank you guys. It's greatly appreciated, and it's a huge help to us. So if you want to help us out and you're asking how can we keep the show going and come up with great new things like Dorm Damage and others, Patreon. That's the big plus for us. So if you
Absolutely.
can, help us out.
Yep.
Tom, what we do next is we go over to Kiss World. Not much going on these days, huh?
No, Kiss World's quiet right now. They have their next show September 21st in West Palm Beach. I believe that's a makeup show for a couple cancellations or rescheduled dates for the end of the road tour. So they have that on September 21st. A few days later on the 24th, they have the Louder Than Life Festival in Louisville, Kentucky, which is one of those mega festivals. And then about 2 weeks after that, they have another mega festival in Sacramento, California, the Aftershock Festival. And then after that, it's taking a break until the cruise. So things are quieting down right now. Not much going on. The tour is winding down, and everybody's, including us, is just bracing for the cruise. The band members have been kind of quiet on social media, not a lot of, ridiculousness or silliness or nothing really standing out. So kind of a quiet little simmer right now in Kiss World until the cruise gets going, I guess.
Yeah, I think they really wrapped up a huge, successful Australian tour.
Absolutely. Yep.
Wow.
Good for them. Yep.
And it's like, how can I explain it? I mean, you really can't describe it in as far as the U.S. concerned, what a big deal it was, this tour. I mean, it was nationwide news. They were everywhere.
Yep.
Congratulations. Great job, guys. And, hopefully they'll get that much enthusiasm here in the U.S. Doubt it, but you never know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But other than that, it's kind of quiet. It's weird to not have a bunch of stuff going on. But again, it makes sense. They're touring and they're traveling so much that they don't have time to do any kind of stupid shit. So we'll see what happens. We're weeks away. We're now in counting down in weeks. We're about 6 weeks away from the cruise, if you can believe it.
Yeah, that cruise is going to be. Oh no. Yeah, we're pretty prepped, ready to go. We're more set up than we were last time.
Yeah, I feel good that we did it already to know that we're kind of a little bit prepared. Oh, and speaking of the cruise, I did see the Kiss Cruise Twitter page retweeted somebody who posted a picture. They got their swag bag.
Oh yeah, but that's the first week, I think. Yeah,
right. But so that's going out. So they, the luggage tags, the little lanyards, and all that cool stuff. So that'll be going out. Somebody said that shortly, all the excursion stuff should be going on. The drink packages are out. Like all that stuff's wrapping up because we take off in about 6 weeks, and obviously about 5 weeks will be the first cruise. So,
and remember, if you're going to be on the cruise, let us know.
Please, yes.
Say hello to us. DM us before so we can see you guys. If anything, if you really want to find us, at the end of every night, you will see us holding court at Kiss Karaoke.
Every night.
Every damn night.
Every night. We all gather around up by the back near the bar, get about 10 or 12 chairs, depending on how many people are with our crew, and we stay there until we can't stay awake anymore. So that's the place to find us if you can't find us throughout. My big thing with this cruise is that last year we were spoiled. The boat was probably half empty. There was a ton of room to move around and go around. This is gonna be a full house.
It's gonna be a little tight, especially with Kiss fans.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little interesting. Yeah, especially with Kiss podcasters.
Somebody's gonna get hipped like a hockey hip check over the fucking railing, Tom.
Jesus, yikes.
So far, we have we know obviously Tony will be with us.
Yep.
Tony from Restrained.
Yep.
He's going to be in a cheery mood, I'm told. Steve Wright from Hotter Than Hell and his crew will be back.
Yeah, all the Pennsylvania boys, they're all going to be there. Yep.
Jeff Trott, the amazing Jeff Trott, who Jeff we always give shit to here and there, but Jeff is amazing. He does so much help for us on the website and on the logo for Dorm Damage. That was Jeff.
All Jeff. Incredible stuff.
Oh, awesome. He's a great guy and he's hilarious. Yep. And he'll be our main guy on the Kiss Karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend Tracy
will be there. I don't know if Tracy knows what she's in for, but
yes.
We'll see. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we don't know what we're in for. I don't know. We'll find out, but it's going to be a blast.
Yeah. And the only other thing I was going to say, Tom, is our buddy Gary Cap was on the fence. And he's like, if I can't get in with you guys, I'm just not going to go. Hey, somebody normal out there, tell me you have an opening.
Please.
And let's get Gary on the ship.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Gary. He's a great guy. And let's put him with somebody normal, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if that's possible, though.
Yeah.
It's a Kiss cruise after all, so that's limited.
But let's get him on the cruise. It'll be a great time. And Gary, we need to kind of push you along. Hopefully you'll take us up on it and
please
come on the cruise.
Agreed.
We'd love to have you again. Just so we can tape you again, bitching about your fucking flights.
Your flight's being delayed. Motherfucker, this fucking airline.
In order to go to Buffalo, I got to fly to Dallas first.
We love you, Gary.
Yeah. So, Tom, I'd love to go on more about the Kiss cruise, but I'm going to go put in my application as a judge for the Kiss podcast bathing suit competition.
Well, we're back from that one. And speaking of Kiss podcast bathing suit competition, I think Mr. Feces just struck again. So, damn. Let's skip that whole thing.
Dorm Damage Episode 1, available now.
Exactly.
Tom, we're on to our fourth Kiss Off the Soundboard. This one is called Kiss Off the Soundboard Des Moines, 1977. We started off with Kiss Off the Soundboard Tokyo, 2001. And that was that weird album where Peter wasn't there. Ace was. Eric Singer was there. And then we went to Virginia Beach, 2004, with the lineup we have today. And woo, did that one get Virginia? Yeah. Then we got a little bit better. We went to Donington with the reunion band, 1996. Now we're at 1977 with the classic lineup.
Yep. And this is the Alive 2 tour, which I always thought was interesting that they actually toured in support of a live album. Usually the live album is a result of touring for a studio album, but they knew what they were doing. They did the Love Gun tour, and then they came out and did the Alive 2 tour, which went from November 15th, 77 to April 2nd, 78, when they wrapped up at Budokan, Japan. They had AC/DC open for a handful of shows. This particular show, Des Moines, they had a band called Detective open up for them.
Detective John Campbell.
Let me talk to your mother.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
Exactly.
Why'd you say detective? Isn't that our buddy there? I'm not going around smelling cars. I'm a busy man.
You can't go around hitting people with your Rex Harrison hat.
So stupid.
See, that's what happens. You say one fucking dumb thing and we're off.
Oh, Tom. All right. Yes. So the classic band, and we look at this and we're like, oh, so they're just doing a live 2 again. But remember, a live 2 cut out the real songs, how they played.
Yeah, and a live 2 consists of multiple shows. It's not like a straight shot. And they just cut
out all the songs on a live. This
Correct.
Is what the whole album sounded like.
Yeah, this is the legitimate start to finish set list of this tour. Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So a couple quick things. The album was released September 9th, this year, 2022. It's the 4th release. It's the first with the original 4 in the classic lineup. And it's the first single CD, Tom. No double disc. They only did 17 songs.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting too. And I don't know if this has anything to do with anything other than just a random observation, but the 3 of the 4 off the soundboard have Paul, Gene, and Ace. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but
yeah.
Thanks, brother, for including me in them. Good time.
I love being on off the soundboards.
Yeah, they're all 4 makeup ones. You got to wonder, are they going to start embracing the 80s at all? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand the reasoning behind the order and how they're doing them. I don't know if Virginia Beach are like, oh, fuck, we better come back with something better. And they're like, okay, how about Donington? All right, that was good, but how about something even better? All right, let's do the classic lineup. And
now that this one is released, we should expect an announcement on the next one, because usually as soon as one is released, then it's like a week or 2 after, and they announce the next one for usually, probably like a December, January release or whatever, because I think they do one every quarter. So this came out last Friday. So I would say within another week or so, we should hear the announcement for the next one. And I think everybody is waiting for a non-makeup era off the soundboard for a couple reasons. A, it would be something from an era that we've never seen. I mean, I know Alive 3 was technically non-makeup, but I think people
we only have one official live non-makeup album.
Yeah, and it's not Eric Carr. So I think a lot of people want that. Plus, the other thing I think people are really longing, I know me and you are, for a little variety in the set list. The irony here is that although this is 1977, the set list is almost the exact same as the other 3 off the soundboards.
You look at it, how many songs are on all 4 albums?
Yeah.
So a couple quick statistics on these albums.
Yeah, we love stats, baby.
Yeah. So, Tom, there are only 4 songs that are on all 4 albums.
Okay.
Do you know what they are?
Yeah. They are Detroit Rock City.
That's 1.
Love Gun.
That's 2.
Rock and Roll All Night.
That's 3.
And I think I know what the Black Diamond.
Nope.
Okay, shit. I that was a last guess, but I thought I was wrong.
Shout it out loud.
Duh.
Now, I wrote this down. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other songs that are on 3 of the 4.
Imagine. Now remember this one came out in 1977, and the newest or the first off the soundboard was
01, but the most recent one was 04 as far as years. The Virginia Beach one.
Right.
6 of these 9 are on 3 albums, except for Virginia Beach. So Virginia Beach has the most unique set list of all these.
I remember that tour. It did. That set list was awesome.
So Virginia Beach does not these. Okay, so these are songs that are on 3 of the 4. but Virginia Beach does not have them.
Which pisses me off that Virginia Beach sucks so bad because it's got a great set list.
Well, it's a unique set list.
That's what I mean. It's unique. It's songs that you don't hear all the time.
So here's what's not on Virginia Beach. So these are on 3 other albums. Let Me Go Rock and Roll, Shock Me, Calling Dr. Love, God of Thunder, and Black Diamond and Firehouse are not on Virginia Beach.
Yep. That's incredible.
King of the Nighttime World is just not on Japan 2001 and 2001. Deuce is not on this album, which is insane. And 100,000 Years is not on this album.
Yeah, well, obviously they were very heavy with the newer albums.
Well, what I'm getting at is, if you think about in 1977 at this point, Deuce wasn't that much of like the nostalgia that everyone thinks it is, or to be like, oh, you can't not have Deuce.
No, because
same thing with 100,000 Years.
Yeah, and all they had was Firehouse and Let Me Go Rock and Roll, and of course Rock and Roll All Night.
Now
and Black Diamond. They didn't. Yeah, those songs that we thought like having Firehouse is interesting. You think about how the timeline changes, because right now you'd probably have people who would prefer Deuce over Firehouse, or at least Deuce is a bigger, especially as an opener. But we'll get into this specific tracks.
Yeah, but what's interesting of the 13 songs that are on 3 of the 4 albums.
Yeah.
In this set list now, the end of the For Eternity tour.
Yeah, they're all there.
They're all there, with the exception of Shock Me, which we know why.
Yep.
Firehouse,
which should be in. I don't know, it's fucking
and
stupid.
King of the Nighttime World.
Yep.
So everything else is in the set list. So if you think about it.
So for all the bitching we do about the set list, this has been going on for 45 fucking years.
Yeah, and don't forget, guys, like you would have a hard time with, some songs wouldn't make it, the I Love It Louds, the I Was Made for Loving Yous, because some of these live albums came out before they were even released. So, but since then, they've been in the set list for the last 15, 20 years.
Yep.
War Machine now too. So think about how redundant the set list is.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you give them a little bit more of a free pass in 1977. They did Alive. The Live 2 was obviously that tried to mix it up a little bit and push the albums that were not on Alive. So they did that. But it is just ironic. They know where their bread is buttered. It's all the classic shit. They're not stupid.
But I just find it fascinating.
Me too. Oh, I agree.
Set list talk, Tom. Set list talk.
We love it. We love it.
All right. So what we do is we usually go through the songs. We talk a little bit about each song and give our quick impression. And then at the end, we'll talk about 5 tracks that kind of stood out for us and go rank this album. So boom, this starts and opens up with maybe Tom's favorite Kiss song, I Stole Your Love. What's your thoughts, Tom?
Yeah, right here, I was like, fuck, I am on board right here. I mean, Alive 2 is the GOAT for me, but Alive 2 doesn't start with I Stole Your Love. Alive 2 starts with Detroit Rock City, which is a great opener, but this right here, it's just, I think at our age, we've seen all the videos, all the DVDs, whatever, Kissology. I can play this concert in my head. I can see the band coming down, that Alive 2 stage, Paul gyrating and dancing around and everything. And to me, I think all of this sounds incredible. I think Paul's voice is awesome. It's high powered. The energy is off the charts. Peter's drumming sounds incredible. The snare drum, we talked about it last week with Charlie in Classic 78. I just think it's raw. It's heavy. The band sounds quote unquote dangerous like they were at this time. And another interesting thing, you get that reverb from Paul at the end of some of the lyrics that he's singing. To me, this is just, I mean, I'm so like in love with this right here. I can't say enough.
Yeah. So obviously you get the opening, hottest band now in the world.
Yep.
Bombs are going off. The energy is what it starts from the beginning. to the end of this album,
Yep.
the one thing that I can be like, dude, this is so different from everything else.
It's incredible.
The energy that Paul has, he seems like this is the guy that's like fucking like as though every night on a tour, Paul is trying to fucking destroy everything, be like the best frontman ever.
Yep.
And this is just a random Des Moines,
That's
like, oh, in 40 years, this is going to be on Off the Soundboard set. He is high energy.
But the other thing that sticks out for me here too is just Peter's drumming. And Peter, it's so raw and energetic. It's not like super polished like you would expect from like Eric Singer. Like, I mean, I Stole Your Love is obviously an upbeat song, but Peter's drumming is so like, for lack of a better word, like frenetic. Like like you said, the energy is just, these guys are like wound so fucking tight and you can feel it when you listen.
Yeah. I just like that Paul still has that New York accent. And every line,
yep,
he's accenting every word. You needed someone to, yeah. Like everything is just like, he's fucking going nuts.
Yep. And
then at the end of the song, he just gives out a whole, whoa, like, holy shit.
Yeah. It's just, this is why I love these Off the Soundboard when it's like this type of era and quality, because it is start to finish, hit record, here's the show. Nothing. There's no mixing, no engineering, no editing, no nothing.
Dude, compare Paul. Now I know you're going to tell me that's 70-year-old Paul.
Yeah.
But wow.
He's incredible.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So they go into King of the Nighttime World next, Tom.
Yep. Now this is one of the things that sticks out for me that I love. And it's one of those things, it's like, warts and all Off the Soundboard. I love how you can really hear Gene's background vocals.
Yes.
His demon growl is like, like it's so like, and you can picture, because again, watching those videos like Kissology or stuff, when like the camera zooms over to Gene in front of the mic stand, and you can like see it, like you really pick up all of those mics, and we'll both have more to say about that as we go through the rest of the set list. But that's what I pick up here. Just incredible energy.
This is the first time I really made a point to say, I'm loving the drums.
Yes.
I'm loving the drums.
Peter is like off the rails here.
I'm waiting for the people. Oh, you can tell he's behind the beat. Oh, it's fucking shut the fuck up.
Stop.
Shut the fuck up. This is awesome.
Yep.
Again, the energy. And I love King of the Nighttime. I just love the song.
Yeah, that's one of your
And
favorites.
I don't know if there's any, like, I've never heard them do a bad version of this song live. Everything's always awesome. And then it ends with Paul going, whoa, again. How you doing, Des Moines?
I love it.
I can't hear you. How you doing? Woo! He goes, I tell you. Okay, that's one. I tell you. That's two. So remember that.
Yep.
He likes to tell you.
He loves to tell you.
Soon as we got here, we knew there was going to be a hot night. So I didn't know where he was going with this. Because when you, like, he always like says, it's going to be one of those hot nights,
Yep.
For rock and roll. Woohoo! I know. There's going to be some pretty looking girls.
He loves that.
Oh. So, yeah, he says, there's going to be some pretty looking girls here. They're going to come back. Meet us in the ladies' room. Now, for me, I like Ladies' Room. I think it's a very good song. The fact that we don't hear it often, of course, I'm like, great, Ladies' Room live. I'd love to have another version of this song. Boom, Ladies' Room. Tom?
Okay, here's one thing that you might not have picked up here. And it's very interesting if you go back and listen to it. So, I don't have a CD player in my car, so I listen to everything on streaming here. So the cutoff between King of the Nighttime World and Ladies' Room when you're streaming, everything you just said, all of that banter is like at the very end of the track selection for King of the Nighttime World.
Mm-hmm.
So at the very end of the King of the Nighttime World track, if you're looking at like the counter, with like 5 or 6 seconds left before it transitions into Ladies' Room, you hear Ace noodling on his guitar a little bit. He plays the riff to Torpedo Girl.
Oh.
If you go back and listen, he goes, and I'm like, that's Torpedo Girl. That's the riff to Torpedo Girl. Now that became a song 3 years later on Unmasked. So as soon as I heard it, I'm like, holy shit, that is Torpedo Girl.
I had a riff. I don't remember how it goes. I'll play off the soundboard.
I just went, But Ladies Room, anyways, Ladies Room, fucking love Ladies Room. I mean, the Alive 2 version is probably a little bit better than this version. And I'm not going to compare Alive 2 to this right now. Maybe at the end I will, but I love Ladies Room. Just full-blown demon voice right here.
Every time it's the same.
This is exactly what I was saying, Tom. This is classic demon voice.
Yep.
Remember how we said I was complaining about the Donington one? They're like, he's got a fucking cold or something.
Oh, like he had a frog in his throat. Yeah.
This is parody Gene voice, like that we do when we.
Yeah. But it sounds amazing
voice.
Though, because it's 1977.
He's got the deep demon voice.
Yep.
Fucking Peter and his cowbell. This is a fun song to hear. And again, I'm liking Peter's drumming again.
Awesome. It sounds so good. It sounds so friggin' good.
Yep. Here comes Paul again. Yeah. Woo. I tell you, that's 3. Like I've been saying before.
I love the before.
We had this good feeling about coming back to Iowa. You did? Why?
No, you didn't.
I tell you, 4. I got the feeling we're going to burn this place down. Can you dig it? Dude.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah. When did Booker T show up in the middle of the concert?
Can you dig it, sucker?
Can you dig it, sucker? What the fuck? Or Cyrus
God.
from the Warriors.
Yeah.
Like, what the? Can you dig it? Whoa, settle down.
I like how he says we're gonna burn this place down, dude.
Dude,
it's okay. Just do the show.
Mr. Stanley, we have a warrant out for your arrest after this.
Threatening to burn down a municipal auditorium.
Yes. The place comes with fire exits on either end of the hall.
Sit out, Johnson.
Show Gene some respect. All right. If everybody's ready to get hot.
Oh, boy.
Let me hear you say fire.
Fire. What are you doing, Paul?
And then he goes, woo. Tell you. 5. Temperature's rising. We're just going to have to call out the firehouse.
Now this I fucking loved because it's the Alive 2 tour. It's this era of Kiss, the top of the world, late 77. And this wasn't on Alive 2. So to me, it's like a special treat because I love Firehouse and I love it live.
Exactly. So, this is the part that you're like, this is what you didn't see on Alive 2. This is what got taken out.
Yep, exactly.
So now you get to hear what a real live 77 tour sounded like, right?
Yep.
What'd you think of the song?
Oh, I love Firehouse. Oh, the siren at the end was going on for too fucking long.
I love it.
It was getting annoying.
Well, you can tell that's when Gene was doing his shtick.
Yeah.
Breathing his fire and doing whatever he was doing.
Yep.
It's such a classic sound. I love the sirens. It just, every time I hear Firehouse, I always feel like this is an original track by Kiss and they can never do it wrong. Yep. When the 4 of them get together, it's different than anything else they play.
Agreed.
It's like, it's like getting back on the bike. The 4 of them know how to play this. Yep. And I God bless Tommy, God bless Eric. They ain't doing better than the 4 of them.
It's different. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, and you can tell Gene is doing his fire breathing, and Paul screams firehouse at the end, but no, woo.
Yeah, I was a little bummed. I didn't get that. I didn't get the woo.
And then this was a pretty unique line to open up Love Gun. All right, I tell you, when it comes to shooting, we ain't gonna miss.
I don't remember ever hearing that ever from Paul. But that being said, I was pissed because we didn't get the all right Love Gun like we get from Alive 2.
Yeah.
We didn't get the all right Love Gun. I was like, damn it.
Yep. And it's in the middle there. It's not towards the end. Love Gun. What'd you think?
Peter's drumming again just stands out here. I mean, the chorus sounds great with Paul. The band is just fucking on all cylinders right now. They're just like adrenaline sky high here.
So what I put is Paul is just fucking nailing this.
Oh yeah.
Peter and Ace doing awesome as well. Ace's outro is fucking solid. This is what Love Gun should sound like live.
Yep.
So even now with the tracks that he's got going on, because he can't do it live.
Yep.
It doesn't have the balls.
It's a little like lethargic, kind of slowed down.
Yeah,
tempo.
because they can't act that out.
Yeah.
Dude, Paul and them, this is fucking a rocking version of this song.
Yep.
It's the best version of Love Gun live of all these Off the Soundboards.
Oh yeah. Oh, no doubt.
The energy, you know what I mean? It just you can feel it. You can feel it.
Yep.
Paul, does everybody feel good? All right then. If everybody feels good, let me see some lights. Let me see some matches.
Matches.
Come on. And then Peter's like banging on the drums. I think we're ready to rock and roll then. Rock and roll, your favorite. Damn. I will say this before you speak on Let Me Go Rock and Roll. This is a very abridged version of the song.
Yeah, I just don't like the song because to me it's I understand what they were trying to do. They were trying to write like a classic American rock and roll song. It's just not what it's. We say this all the time on ARC. It's not what I want to hear from Kiss. That's why I have never ever liked any version of this song other than the solo.
I love this song.
Okay.
I think it's so old school rock and roll.
Yeah.
Ace comes out blistering. Gene's voice is fucking awesome. Peter's drumming. And I'm just like, wow, Ace is fucking flying on this.
Oh my God, Ace is on fire.
And towards the end, in the middle, there's a little bit of a breakdown mix before that outro solo. It's a little weird. I'm not used to it. Not much of an outro that we're used to that goes on now, or it is an extended showing off by either Tommy or Ace in when he did the reunion stuff. It's a shorter version of this song. And then Paul just comes out, want to make love to you. Yeah. And then your other favorite,
The thing about making love, first of all, the live version of it is great because the energy is off the rails. I was never a fan of the song per se because I thought the chorus was just kind of a little weak, but the energy of especially this tour on this recording, they're just like they're shot out of a cannon. So I enjoy that. I enjoy this because of that reason. It's live and they are just firing away on this. So it's okay. It's not one of my favorite songs, but this version live, they kill it.
I always think Making Love is like an early version of what the 80s hair metal. It's like an 80s hair metal song. The guitar.
Kind of. Yeah.
Like I always felt that it fit that mold more so, especially when the solo too. It's a good version.
Solo. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of energy.
Yep.
And Ace is on the solos kicking ass.
Yep.
So, Paul. All right, Des Moines, got a question for you. Want to know how many girls we got tonight that are 16? What the fuck?
Dude, I fucking laughed out loud.
Oh,
incredible.
Shit.
I love that.
Dude, I think like Paul's like, oh, what's the newest Off the Soundboard album sound like? What was I saying back then?
Thinking Stanley here.
I didn't say that.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't say that. I'm not putting a clip in. Fuck it.
I know.
Thinking Stanley here, people.
But think of that. You're like in your 20s, or, and you're yelling out to a crowd of 10,000 people. How many people here are underage? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, yeah, but like back then.
I know.
It was Tiger Beat. All little girls used to put up like David Cassidy and all that, like they'd have, and that would sell for you as an artist.
Of course.
You make a ton of money because the girls would love the rock stars.
That's right.
You wanted 16-year-old girls to like you. I get it.
Yeah, but you weren't yelling into a microphone, where are all you 16-year-olds? What the fuck, dude?
Sorry, honey, you're a little too old. I'm
Yeah.
19. Yeah. And you're like 32. Is that your little sister over there?
Seriously.
Yeah, Paul is probably cringing.
Oh.
Anyways, Here's a song for all those bad sweet 16s. Christy 16.
See, I always love the live version of this. Different. I mean, the studio version.
There's no piano and stuff.
Exactly, which I think gives it a unique sound. It's not better. The studio version is much better because I love the piano. But I always think when it's live, it's so much like thicker and heavier, especially with like the dun 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 dun, and then it just goes right into. So having that piano removed and giving it the live feel, it makes the song sound a little bit more. But Gene is just, especially at the end, he's like, Christine! Oh, yeah! Christine! He's like begging for Christine at the end. It's like, I love it.
Gene mumbles the speaking part. I think he's so embarrassed. Like, well, I was walking to school that day.
The other thing you can notice, too, is background vocals from the rest of the band. Yeah. You can really pick up the other guys.
They extended that last chorus of Christine 16 before the outro. Gene's demon voice.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit.
It's incredible. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, Paul. It's hot, but it feels good. Feels so good. We got a little surprise for you tonight. Y'all ready for a surprise? And Peter's hitting the cowbell at the time, I think.
Yep.
We're going to turn the microphone over to Ace Frehley. Gonna do Shock Me. Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Shock Me, I love, especially the live version, but the Alive 2 solo, I got to believe it's edited because this turns into a fucking disaster near the end.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah, I'm in the problem with this solo is that it's geared towards seeing it live in person. It's geared towards seeing what Ace is physically doing with the guitar, seeing it smoke, seeing it do all the crazy shit. So when you're listening to it, there's another part of this album too that's visually.
Yeah, it's not entertaining. It's like
listening to it, you're like, I don't understand what's happening. Why is there like now this is turning into noise? But if you're there, you see what's happening, and that makes it like a full experience. So I get it. You're turning a visual experience into an audio experience. But no, I mean, it shocked me live. I fucking love it.
First words in, I thought it was Gene. I was like, is Gene
really?
This? Yeah,
really.
Your lightning's all I need. Like his voice gets into it.
Okay.
I just think he had to get that fucking frog out of his voice or something.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure that was Ace for a minute there.
Okay.
No, come on before the solo.
Nope.
But the solo is good.
It's great, but
and it turns into a guitar solo that I don't want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And then Paul goes, yeah, please shut me.
Yeah, we get it, Paul. Thanks.
And thankfully, Ace isn't doing Shock Me.
Oh, yeah, finally, we got like the real Shock Me.
Not the one where he's asking people.
Shock Me.
And then they get into I Want You.
Yeah, I feel like this the same way I feel about Making Love.
Yeah.
Just not a lot of energy, but the song's kind of all over the place. Doesn't really fit like that structure of a Kiss song. It's them live in 77, so I'll take it, but it's never been one of my favorites, especially when you destroyed fucking Great Woods with your ass in the middle of it.
Yeah, so I was only 4 years old at the time when this came out, Tom. Well, the live version rocks. It's a much better version than the studio version. I like this, but Paul, this is why your voice isn't that good today anymore, because the stupid shit you do at the end of this song again. Des Moines, like, what the fuck, dude?
Yep.
What the fuck? Like, why did you do, like, somebody told them this was a good thing to do, and then he did this on this song for the next 30 something years.
That's right. Yep.
Oh, God. Yep. Is everybody ready to take their medicine?
Oh, boy.
Then I think we better call out Dr. Love.
And of course, this song's fucking incredible. And the backing vocals, it's picking up all four members on the mic. You can really hear Peter on this, I think. And Paul, Ace, you can hear a little bit later on the show, but I love how the mics are really, really picking up those background vocals from each guy. You can hear them distinctly.
Yeah, there's something going on with the drums in the beginning of this. Some sort of a shuffle, but
Yeah,
I like
Peter,
it.
I think Peter fucked up.
Yeah. The chorus is great, but as the song keeps going, Peter's getting better and better.
Yeah.
I think this is an awesome version.
Yep.
I mean, I love it. The callback and with Gene and the band. This is a great version of Calling Dr. Love in my opinion.
Agree. Yep.
Paul, one thing we find out, every time we come back to Des Moines, that's if you people want a little bit of rock and roll, you should shout it out loud.
Again, you can really hear Peter because his vocals are a little bit different. Gene super growl from Gene in this one.
Dude, so I like it because Peter, when it's just Peter and the band singing, just Peter on the drums and band, someone, I think it's Ace, at the 2:12 mark goes, Des Moines. I don't know.
I think I heard that too. And I think, no, you know what? You're right. I think that might have been Ace because shout it, Des Moines. Is that where I am?
It's Des Moines.
Yeah, it just shouts it out.
Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck that was. Gene does the Ace part, which we're used to now, where he's like, everybody shouting now.
Yep.
So that's Gene doing that, and they changed that, obviously, over time.
Yep.
And then Paul answers, wow. And then Gene does his little bass solo. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And it goes into God of Thunder. So for 2 minutes, you got Gene fucking around on the bass. I don't know if there's blood. And then, boom, God of Thunder, right?
So I pulled this up on video. I couldn't find this particular show, but I found a show in Largo a few weeks later on this tour because I wanted to see what the fuck, because you know the bass.
Oh, did you get that from the DVD from Creatures Fest?
No. That was 1975. But
I heard you say Largo.
That part of this thing where it gets really, really like noisy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I found the video. It's when Gene gets on the platform and the platform starts to rise. So as he does that, then the flames start coming out, and then it goes into the actual, the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you got a horrendous drum solo.
Yeah, Gene is major demon voice on this song.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
So the drum solo goes from 4:50 to the 9:30 mark.
Oh my God.
Do I need a drum solo?
5 minutes of that shit.
Yeah.
And then I love when they come out of the drum solo. Did you notice? Go ahead.
Did it not seem that Paul cut him off?
Probably.
It seemed like Paul cut him off.
Thanks,
How about
Paul.
it? How about it? Peter Criss on the drums. Like, dude, I'm not fucking done. Fuck it.
Thanks, Paul, for doing that, for cutting it short, Paul. Thanks.
He's get off the toilet. We got to get back out there. Oh, shit.
Well, you told me it was going to be 7 minutes. You cut it to 5.
It seemed like he cut it short. Like Paul's like fucking, like Vinny's doing a solo or something.
Peter was probably all fucking coked out and lost track of where he was. Paul's like, all right, get fucking Peter Criss on the drums.
Yeah. And Peter hits the gong twice, and then Gene jumps back in it. I am the Lord.
Did you notice, though, on that? Correct me if I'm wrong. Listen to it again. It sounded like there were vocal effects there. That there was some effects over his voice to sound like some demon vocal effects during that spoken word part.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Paul, all right, we're going to do something now for you. Everybody's got to pay their respects to this one. The rock and roll national anthem, rock and roll night party every day.
Okay, this one, it's rock and roll night. We love it. But I love Gene. Every time he says, I want to rock. That's Gene. He was like, I
was wondering who the fuck was that.
And then Peter and Ace, you can hear their background vocals again. And I love that. I know I keep saying it because it's unique. You don't hear that on a live 2 or a live 1. But Gene with the I think it's hilarious, and you can really pick up those backing vocals. It just adds to it for me, at least, because it's something new.
It seems like everybody is singing the fucking chorus "Rock and Roll All Night" differently.
They're all
over the fucking place.
I love it. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Paul's Des Moines. Come on, clap your hands. And then it's almost like at the 2-minute mark, Gene does a parody of a Gene demon voice.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And then you're right. I got the wow. I'm like, the solo is awesome. So is Peter. And then somebody at the 3:20 mark sounds like they're saying, "Aight, mommy."
I don't know who that is.
Did
Probably
you hear
Gene.
it?
Rock and roll all night.
Is that all right? Is that Ace? All right, mommy.
Who did that?
Right?
That's insane, dude. I didn't even pick up on that.
Hey, mommy. Hey, mommy. How are you? I'm up out with the band playing rock and roll all night.
God. That's incredible.
Yeah, somebody fill us in on what the fuck that was.
Oh my God.
And then Paul ends with, "Des Moines, we love you. Rock and roll." And then, "Want more?"
No. We're all set.
All right. I tell you, 6. I tell you, 7. One thing after a night like tonight, that's if you close your eyes here, you swear you're back in Detroit Rock City. It's weird here in Detroit Rock City, not in the beginning.
That was the big thing for me. Hearing it not be an opener is very weird.
So Detroit Rock City, Tom?
Yeah, Peter's drums are off the fucking. He's like totally fucking frenzied in this one.
They're like
in a good,
snappy.
in a good way. Yeah. In a good way, he sounds incredible. Yeah, I love it, but it's just weird not hearing this as an opener. But it's Detroit Rock City live. It doesn't get much better than this.
Paul's great.
Yep.
You know what I like about this? He doesn't change the words on the last verse. He sings it like the album. Oh my God, no time to turn.
Yeah.
Not, oh God, no time to turn. Like,
right.
He sings it in the original melody.
Yep.
And I love that because he's changed it over the last few years.
Yep.
And I love that. And then Paul at the end of it says, "Good night." And then all of a sudden you hear the fucking piano of Beth. At least they cut out the fucking waiting for them to come back.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got Beth. Peter sounds all right. I mean, you can obviously tell it's raw. He sounds good. And then what I thought was interesting too after that was that they actually had the guy come out and announce the band.
Yeah. The thing I'll say is this, Tom. Not that I'm like, wow, that's so awesome. Peter saying Beth. I'm not fatigued when Peter sings it.
I agree.
Like, I'm not rolling my eyes like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
Right? Like,
because we don't hear it.
Yeah, because it's just Peter singing it. So, right or wrong, Peter is like, takes pride in this song.
Oh, yeah.
And loves it and wants to put some love into it.
Yep.
So I think he does a good job with it. Nothing like out of this world, but he's putting everything into it. And you can also get the feeling that the crowd loves it. This is 77.
That's right.
Not even a year since this got that big, right?
Yep.
And so the girls and everybody else is loving Peter singing this. This isn't fucking 2021 and Eric Singer and his stupid wig coming out and fake piano playing the song, right?
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm not fatigued. Peter ends with, "I love you," not "Kiss loves you." Thank you, he says. And again, the announcer comes on, as you said, Tom. All right, Des Moines, Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and then right into Black Diamond. That's weird.
I thought that was very weird, but I thought it was kind of cool. Like, I thought that was interesting.
Something different.
Something different. Exactly. That's what it is. Something different. Yep.
Hey, Tom, just to be a fucking asshole, not that we don't do it all the time, how come they didn't say Demon, Star Child, Spaceman, the Catman?
That's a fair point, Zeus. As a fair point. Yep, that's right.
Because in
1977 they had no idea that somebody else would be wearing the Catman and Spaceman makeup.
Because they were all fucking making music nonstop. Their head was down. Like, if we're not touring, we're doing a new album. That they didn't have space to fucking start doing stupid shit and thinking about, hey, maybe I could do a solo album.
Right.
Like, they were fucking just hungry.
Yep.
And
right.
So anyways, I just found that shit interesting. Anyway, They get back into Black Diamond. Tom, what'd you think?
I always love Black Diamond. Again, it's weird hearing Black Diamond on Alive 2, because we love Black Diamond. We love Black Diamond.
Yep.
Peter, his just sounds fucking incredible. It's a. I almost think that this is better than the version on a live. Wait, hold on. Only because the band right now is clicking on even more cylinders because it's 2 years later. You know what I mean?
I get what you mean because there's a more mature, experienced band.
Yes. Yep.
I see your point. Oh,
Yeah. I see your point. You can't say that. But Peter just sounds incredible. He's awesome. He's awesome.
I'm getting tired of Kiss doing Black Diamond.
How can you get tired of that? Oh, I see your point.
I see your point. Yeah, and then at the 3:40 mark, Gene does another parody of the demon voice. He goes,
Out on the streets for a living.
I have that written down right here. Out on the streets, Gene. Yep. Like, what are you doing, dude?
And then Paul ends with, "We love you. Good night. Good night." So I want to say this. I love the banter that Paul does on this. I love it.
Because it's great.
To the point and move on.
And it's like organic because it's only 1977. It's not something he feels that he has to be part of his like stand-up routine. It's organic. It's energetic.
Over here, over there, wild animals in the ground.
Yeah, that's all scripted shtick. Right.
How many of you people believe in rock and roll? I get it. Sometimes you get caught up in it when you hear him live, but this was short, to the point.
Yep.
I just overall, I can't tell you, Tom. This is what makes me excited about Off the Soundboard. If we get something similar to this again,
I couldn't agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more.
The set list was awesome, even though it was 17 songs. A lot of them we don't hear often anymore.
But I think the treat for us, or I especially me and you, two of our favorite original songs, Black Diamond and Firehouse, are on this.
Yeah.
You know, that's a huge treat, I know, for me and you.
Yeah, I feel that the band was, none of the bullshit was out yet. This wasn't, the solo albums haven't come out. They haven't got over fatigued from fucking the Phantom movie. Peter hasn't checked out. This is still the band in 77 that's prior to all that shit. And their set list is probably, like, if you're going to take 6 albums to do a tour with, this is the 6 albums you tour with.
Of course.
Right? You can't go in chronological order and not say the 6 albums in front or the 6 albums before. I'm sorry, you're going with these 6 albums. So
I agree.
The set list that they got to choose from is the best, and they're just firing on all cylinders. There was nothing in this that I'm like, this was just bad. Oh, Paul's voice. This didn't have the weird Gene bass up front. This didn't have Gene's froggy vocals. This didn't have.
Yeah, you mean Froggy?
Peter 96. You know, okay, he's keeping up, but you know, this is. I
will tell you right now,
it's prime.
I have been listening to this nonstop since it came out. I fucking love it, and really? I love it. I love it. I just think it sounds like, I love the rawness, like like it's not overproduced, it's not over engineered and mixed, etc. So obviously, I'm sure there was something, a little bit here and there, but it just seems like it sounds like some of the bootlegs that I have when you talk about some of the because in the bootleg world you talk about a soundboard recording or an audience recording. Audience recordings usually sound like complete shit because they are exactly what they sound like. It sounds like it's somebody recorded from the audience, so they usually sound like crap. If you can get your hands on a soundboard recording, those are usually more expensive because they sound like this. So this sounds to me like one of the greatest bootlegs from my favorite era of Kiss. All right, so before we continue, I forgot about this, so we got to stop for 1 second and talk about the fact that the guy at the beginning who announces, you wanted the best, you got the best, and Paul both say the silent S in Des Moines because it's Des Moines. They're like, all right, Des Moines. No. It's Des Moines. There's not. It's not plural. The S is silent. And at least they didn't say Des Moines, but it was all right, Des Moines. I'm like, no.
Completely agree. I know. But what are you going to do? All right, Tom. What we do is we usually go and give 5 standout tracks. So I can start this off.
Go ahead.
And they're not really in order.
No, mine aren't either.
Yeah, mine aren't in order. But I will say that I'll pick. I've never heard them do a bad version of King of the Nighttime World.
Okay. I'm just going to pick mine in order of that they appear in the set list, just because I don't really have a ranking system here. But by far, I Stole Your Love is there for me.
Okay. The next would be Ladies' Room. I just love the fucking.
Me too.
They don't do this often, and they did a good version of it.
Me too.
So the third one, I got to go with Firehouse. I love the fucking sirens. I love them doing it. This is an Alive 2 version of Firehouse, so it's different for me.
We're same there again, agreeing. Yep.
You like Firehouse?
Firehouse for me. Yep.
This is where it gets tough. I'm not sure. I know what my favorite on this is.
Okay.
I'm just not sure. I mean, there's nothing bad, but a lot of these are like, I like all these versions of it. So you know what I'm going to pick? I'm going to pick I Stole Your Love as my second one.
Okay.
Because it tells you how the rest of this album is going to go.
Yeah.
The fucking energy that Paul has in the band when they kickstart this album with I Stole Your Love. Yeah, that's my number 2.
I'm going to go Calling Dr. Love, just because first of all, I love the song. But I really like the way you can hear those pronounced background vocals that I've been talking about a lot. I really think that's fun.
My number 1, Tom.
Oh,
the fucking callback, the band. Peter is killing it on this song.
Yep.
And I think the whole band is really. The vocals and Gene and just the chorus, it makes the song work. Calling Dr. Love is my favorite on this.
And then my last one is going to be Rock and Roll All Night, just because the energy that is crazy. Gene with the I, and again hearing Peter and Ace with some of those backing vocals. And again, you're hearing Rock and Roll All Night on the Alive 2 tour, which is awesome. So,
yeah, honorable mention for me, Tom. I think I might go. See, it's hard because I would say Gene's version of God of Thunder would have been in there, but you got a fucking bass solo and a drum solo sandwiched in there.
Too much.
It's too much. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to go with Peter doing a nice version of Beth. I'll
okay. That's fair enough.
What about you?
I'm going to go with Peter doing a nice version of Black Diamond.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, Tom, what we do is we go and compare this with the other live albums we've done so far. So we have reviewed Kiss Alive 3. You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best. And then 4 Off the Soundboards. Des Moines, obviously, we just did, 77. Donington, 1996. Tokyo, 2001. Virginia Beach, 2004. Album covers. Now, I know what everyone's going to say, that the fucking same album covers. Who cares? Maybe you like a city more than another. So I know it's hard to pick, but do you want to tell us what you have right now?
So for album covers, I have number 5, Virginia Beach, number 4, Tokyo, number 3, Donington, number 2, Kiss Alive 3, and number 1, You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best, just because it's the Alive 2 tour. I'll just put it at number 3 behind Alive 3. I mean, the covers are all the same.
All right, Tom, for me, I have Alive 3 cover as number 1. You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best 2. And then as far as the soundboards go, I had Donington, Tokyo, Virginia Beach. Just probably because, what's the album I'm thinking of? Oh, that's the reunion album. That's fucking Aces on that one. And then the current band is on the 5th one I have. So where am I putting this? I'll put this at number 3. Like you, putting the other one. This is my favorite song off the soundboard, simply because it has the names of the original members in the classic original lineup.
Fair enough. Okay.
So let's go to the rankings and how we've ranked these.
All right. Number 5, I got Virginia Beach. Number 4, Tokyo. Number 3, You Wanted the Best, You Got the Best. Number 2, Donington. And number 1, Kiss Alive 3. This goes number 1.
Wow.
It's the Alive 2 tour. It's not even close. And I love Alive 3, but this is the most excited I've been about listening to a Kiss live album probably since like Alive 2 or I mean, I love Alive 3, but this is just so goddamn good. It's so good.
Wow. Number 1. Great.
Yep.
Over. And I know how much you love Alive 3.
Yep.
Well, Tom, I realize now that you've been reading your list from 5 to 1, and I was doing mine 1 to 5.
Oh, oops.
That's okay. No, maybe I was the one who was wrong. So I'll do it the same way just to match yours. So my 5th was Off the Soundboard, Virginia Beach, obviously. And then Tokyo 2001 is 4. You Wanted the Best was 3. Off the Soundboard, Donington 96 was 2. Kiss Alive 3. Yeah, I'm moving everything down just like you. This is the number 1. This is
all
better
right.
than Kiss Alive 3.
Nice.
So Off the Soundboard, Des Moines is number 1 live album that we've reviewed so far for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's right, baby.
So, Tom, what we do next is we go to Question of the Week.
That's right. And our question of the week is always brought to us by the incredible Fusion Tech. Fusion Tech is a recognized communications contractor specializing in the construction, splicing, testing, and documentation of all types of fiber optic networks. Along with that, Fusion Tech Electric can service all of your electrical construction needs, commercial, industrial, and utility, as well as electrical substation work and all UPS and DC power plant installation. Fusion Tech currently operates throughout the 5 boroughs of New York City, as well as New Jersey and the tri-state area, providing union labor with IBEW Local 3 in New York City and IBEW Local 164 and Local 102 in New Jersey. For more information about Fusion Tech, visit their website at fusiontech-llc.com or call them at 973-650-1357.
Yeah, Fusion Tech.
Yeah. Okay. This comes from our friend and my fellow bootlegger, Sean DeHaan.
Okay.
If you find out that all 4 original members are reuniting, but they're only doing it for 1 song, what would the song be? He says, obviously, it would probably be Rock and Roll All Night, but there are so many better choices. They reunite. Let's say this is the final show, end of the road. Everybody gets off the stage. It's the 4 original members. They do 1 song, and that's it. What is it?
You Wanted the Best.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that, you son of a bitch.
No.
Okay.
First of all, I would have them do Rock and Roll Night because the unplugged version, everybody can do a turn on it. Paul can be the fucking ringmaster, pointing at everybody, calling people's names out. Gene sings the song. Peter does a verse. Ace does a verse. It has to be Rock and Roll Night. Now, if you're taking that out, what song would work? I'd probably say Black Diamond.
Okay. I would probably say something. I mean, this is boring, but I'm trying to think of something that would fire up the crowd and have everybody kind of chime in a little bit, even if it's with backing vocals or whatever. Probably shout it out loud. Because you got Paul and Gene alternating verses. You can have Peter and Ace jumping in and singing one, or at least doing the backing vocals.
Come on now, everybody, shout it now.
Shout it out loud, mob. I mean, it's tough because there's so many. You want to be able to do something that will allow you to hear some of Ace and Peter's vocals. I mean, you don't want to do like, fucking Calling Dr. Love or Love Gun or whatever. You want to do something that will allow everybody to contribute. I mean, I like your idea of Rock and Roll Night because they could kind of do what they did with Unplug and let everybody sing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would have to be a hit. It would have to be a classic. It would have to be something that gives room for multiple vocalists. You can't really reinvent a song. But
Firehouse She, there's a lot of gang vocals there,
Yeah, gang vocals. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I don't know, but those are probably the obvious ones. But I don't know. Hopefully, we'll see in real life if this ever happens. But Sean, Thank you for supporting and listening to the show, and thanks for the question, buddy.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Tom, where can people find us?
You can find us at our awesome website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. Please visit there. You can find all of our episodes, Shout It Out Loudcast episodes, album review cruise, Zeppelin Chronicles, and now the new Dorm Damage has its own landing page and drop-down section for all those episodes. It'll be coming soon. And you can check out all of our rankings. You can click on our merch link, buy some Shout It Out Loudcast gear. The cool weather's coming, or at least for us up here in New England. Get yourself a nice hoodie or a hat or something. And you can click on our Amazon link, do some shopping direct through us. And you can look at all photo albums, friends of the show, all kinds of great stuff on that website. So please check it out. You can also send us messages directly through the website and comment on individual episodes as well. You can also send us messages directly to our email address. That's shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. We try to get to all the emails. We try to read all of them. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to read all of them. We're grateful that we get a ton, and we appreciate that. So keep sending them, because even if we don't read them on the show, we are reading them amongst each other. And, of course, social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, as the kids use. So we're there, and we're available wherever you can hear podcasts. And we're part of the wonderful Pantheon podcast network of shows. Tons of great shows there that keeps growing. They're maybe up to 100 now, I think. Tons of great music shows from all different genres. And again, a huge shout out to our Patreon people. We love you guys, especially our newest ones, Adam and Dustin. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of the family. We really appreciate that. If you're interested, please check us out at patreon.com or download the Patreon app and search for us.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get another one of those Zoom calls with all our Patreon guys going again. We had a blast. I think we ended up going for like 4 hours the other day.
Yep.
It's awesome. Yep. Please feel free to DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're closing in on 800, and we'd appreciate if you subscribe, whether you watch or you don't. It helps the show. Another way to help the show is if you give us one of those 5-star child reviews, Tom. Those are always greatly appreciated. And we got one, but I think it's a new one. And I'm not sure, but I could have sworn we've done one from him before. So let's find out. This one is from someone called
Thinking Stanley here, people, and listen.
Thinking Stanley, Tom.
Oh, boy.
Best Kiss-related podcast on the planet. A 5-star child review on Apple Podcasts. This is the most entertaining Kiss-related podcast on the planet, period. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Tom and Zeus get it. They're not afraid to speak their minds and have a great sense of humor. Other than most of the stale, boring, and stiff Kiss-related podcasts out there, keep up the great work, fellas. And remember, think it up. Your fellow partner in crime, Thinking Stanley.
We love you, Sinking Stanley, but we ain't fucking wearing one of your shirts on the cruise. So sorry. We love. Thanks for the review. It really helps. We appreciate you taking the time, and we appreciate you being a fan. But sorry, Thinking Stanley, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. We appreciate all that you do, Tim. Seriously, thank you for your support.
Yep.
He cracks us up.
It's too funny. It's too fucking funny.
And Paul, what about the Dubai tapes?
Oh, God.
Anyway, and as always, we like to pimp out the website. Shoutitoutloudcast.com, shoutitoutloudcast.com. Tom mentioned all the great things you can get over there. You can go grab our merch, our Amazon store, check out a bunch of the episodes, comment on the episode, comment on our rankings, tell us how insane we are. And now, if you go to our website, you will see the Dorm Damage logo there. And if you click on that, you can go to our Dorm Damage page.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be seeing a lot more of Dorm Damage coming around. Keep an eye out for it, fellas. Keep an eye out for it.
That's right, baby.
Yep. And they can always email us at shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. As Tom said, we love to be able to get back to everybody. It's really hard these days, but we do read everything. And Tom and I, we always get a laugh and we always enjoy these. So when you send them, we'll always appreciate it. So thank you very much for that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tom, what we like to do is end on famous last words. Do you have any?
Oh, of course. You never stop running around. You pick me up, then you would still put me down. You were the girl that nobody could own. Stay for a while. Then you would leave me alone. Ooh, poor Paul.
Yeah, that's just a fucking classic, man.
Oh, so good.
Just a fucking classic. She's like bad weather, but it seems so good. You'd never leave her, but you know you should. Tom, Loudcasters, Kiss Army, thank you.
Guys, you're the best. We love you. Thank you so much for all of your support, for listening and just being part of this family. We love you guys. Zeus, as always, thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.